Hello and welcome to the Kenneth Rickaman Law Office Legal Podcast, the NJ Laws Tube. In this edition, we look at 2010 update in wills and estate planning. And every year we have something informal online for our clients, and we discuss certain recent court decisions and changes in the probate law and estate administration. And one of the major cases that was decided by the New Jersey Supreme Court was the Estate of Madeleine Stockdale. And the Supreme Court held that where there's a confidential relationship coupled with suspicious circumstances, undue influence is presumed and the burden of proof shifts to the will proponent to overcome that presumption. Therefore, if there's undue influence, a will could possibly be thrown out. Let's say also, in the Stockdale case, if there's undue influence in the making of the will and the transfer by deed of a house by persons in confidential relationship, this could subject those persons to punitive damage in some instances, plus the voiding of the will. So it's important that when a will is done, that it's done properly and that there's not undue influence. If you have a reason to believe that there was undue influence in a will, then speak to an attorney right away. The New Jersey Probate Law made a number of substantial changes to the statutes governing the administration of estates and trusts in New Jersey. And one of the things that they've expanded what could be possibly a will, and therefore it's suggested that individuals have a properly done will or power of attorney now. In addition, several years prior to that, the legislature adopted what's called a self-proving will, where it would dispense with the family having to locate witnesses if a will was what's called a self-proving will. So if you have a will that was an older will, make sure it's a self-proving will, and if not a self-proving will, you're not sure, sit down with an attorney who's familiar with that area in New Jersey and have a self-proving will done so that witnesses don't have to be located later on. The new probate law also changed who would receive assets if there's no will, but as we always recommend that there be a will done. Also, if someone's going to get in the process of getting divorced, it's suggested that there be a new will done. The new probate law would write out someone if there is a divorce, but if the divorce is not final, then the spouse could inherit under the will. The year 2010 has some changes in the federal, state, and gift tax law. Actually, the year 2010, there's temporarily no federal estate tax. In 2009, it was $3,500,000. Currently, there is no amount. Congress is intending on changing that. The amount that they're going to set is unclear. So right now we're waiting for Congress to decide. Now, gifts are permitted without any tax up to $13,000 per person. The amount permitted for Medicaid transfers, though, is $0. Now, even though there's no federal estate tax for the year 2010, New Jersey has an estate tax, and the amount there's tax in New Jersey if the amount's over $675,000. New Jersey law requires that a copy of the federal state tax return be filed with the New Jersey Inheritance Tax Bureau within 30 days. And so sometimes, even if there's no federal state taxes due, you still have to file a return. Let's see. The New Jersey Inheritance Tax return instructions and form were revised in October 2009. So if someone has old forms, throw them out. Even if there's no inheritance tax that's due, a tax waiver on a house must be obtained and filed if there's a house in the estate that's not co-owned by the spouse. And last topic we're going to touch upon is the HIPAA law, the Federal Information Privacy Portability Protection Act, and that limits physicians from disclosing information to family members. So therefore, it's important that new powers of attorney and living wills be done that reference the HIPAA law, so that doctors could be permitted, if someone is ill, to provide information to, spouse, children, etc. For additional information, let's say visit website www.njlaws.com for other information. There's more information also on the website that's called centraljerseyelderlaw.com. Let's say for further information, contact Ken Verkamen's office, 732-572-0500. Thank you, and good luck.